Reba here. Welcome back to Gooseberry Homestead. So I wanted to show you guys everything that I have gotten accomplished so far this week. I have the patio almost completely cleaned up now, and I'll show you what I did and what I have left to do. Keeping it real here with you guys. You know, I've got a lot of stuff that I'm doing all the time, and so anyways, let's take a look at that. Okay, so you guys know that this week here I have been doing a lot of organizing, a lot of cleanup, and I got most of the lawn mowed in the backyard. And I'll show you everything I've got done now. I've got some things that went bad, so I threw it out here so that the wildlife can eat it. I need to toss it over the fence so that the little squirrels and stuff can have some of the fruit that went bad. But anyways, so this is next to the greenhouse now. Got my little citrus trees right here, which will come indoors for the winter, and hopefully they continue to survive. There wasn't a whole lot of growth this year. Actually, I had some dieback. So anyways, so that's how everything's looking. The rose bush is pretty much done for the season now. It had 2 blooming cycles, and now we're down to 1 blossom left. So this is the patio right now. Yeah, it's still kind of a mess, but it looks 100% better than it did the other day. So I've got like stuff that, like a tent that needs to be folded here. I didn't get it out. My kids got it out, but of course that falls on another thing on mom to do, of course. I got a few things here. I got these really cool hairpin planter stands, which are really awesome. I really want to keep them because I love wrought iron stuff, but at the same time, I'm not really married to them, so I was thinking about possibly selling them, and so we'll see if anybody's interested. So those are probably a vintage item, but they're really, really cool. So there's that. I got the pretty much harvest stuff up on the table. I know you're supposed to lay tomatoes out flat, but the fruit flies were going crazy in the house. So because I had some bananas that, got a little bit overripe, and so then I had a million fruit flies. So I brought out the onions and the tomatoes and put them out here on the table. But the table's pretty much, out here. It looks pretty good now. It's nice and cleaned off. I have a pair of yoga pants that I don't do yoga, but I had a pair of yoga pants that I had gotten at Old Navy about almost 10 years ago that I finally wore out quite a bit, and only in certain areas. The fabric was really thick, and I really liked how they fit. So I went ahead and cut them out, and they're becoming a pattern for me to make some new ones for myself since I like them so much. So I did that yesterday, cut that out. Here's the mess on the ground. All this needs to get washed. The tool I'm going to fold, and I will be using all the tool will be going into a bin, a garden bin, and it'll be used in the garden. So I'm keeping the tool for that. And all the stuffed animals will get washed and put back in with my kids' stuffed animals. And this is just some stuff that just got tossed on the patio out here, what have you. And then I probably need to check those potatoes because they've been out here in the heat, and chances are they're probably bad. So I probably need to toss those over the fence, not in the bag. I accidentally lost the bag over the fence on accident. And then everything's looking good over here. Just pick up the tool. I mean, it's really like just doing a little bit every day has really helped the patio. So this is really like the biggest mess on the patio here. And of course, I've got my trash cans that I recycle bin and trash can here. And this is some gardening stuff, and I'll get that all cleaned up too. But it looks kind of messy when you're not really, making sure everything's getting done properly. But I mean, within about less than 20 minutes, I can have all this cleaned up. So I just have to do it, right? But the table looks pretty good. These are 2 boxes full of feather bows, and I found some more in the garage. These were some estate items that I had gotten for free, and I have to sell them or get rid of them or something. Probably going to sell the whole lot of them. for like 25 bucks or something. Then I got Skylanders, which I need to sell. I don't know if anybody's still playing Skylanders, but my kids aren't playing it anymore, so I need to get rid of that. Wine opener, which I need to sell. And this is my backdrop. You guys might have seen it in some of my videos. So yeah, so there's that. I got my wire plant stand all cleaned off. I need to give it a good soap scrubbing, and then I need to seal it again, and probably need to spray paint it black after I seal it, and then put another seal over that seal, over the black paint is what I'm thinking I'm going to need to do. And I'm probably going to need to put some cardboard underneath the legs. And I can't do it in the backyard because the neighbor's dog kicks up way too much dirt, and anything I spray paint back here is just going to get coated in dirt, and it won't have time to dry before the dirt gets onto it. So it'll be a waste of time to do any projects in the backyard. So there's that. And so, but I do need to clean it and seal it. I'll probably have to take it to the front yard, unfortunately. Or I might be able to do it on the side yard in between my other neighbor's house. That actually might work. All right. So I cleaned all of this area up right here. And now I don't have any plants except for this bucket right here. That's got some weeds growing in it, and I probably should poke some holes in it so it'll drain. But I have it there because the bunny rabbits were coming into my yard through this section of the yard from my neighbor's side. And so they can get through some of the fence, the chain link fences too. But this was, I think, where they were coming in, because since I've blocked this off, I haven't seen the rabbits in the yard again. So yeah, I had to put that there. And then these are my cloths that I need to rinse off that I had in the back. And so yeah, this is all cleaned up. And then I've got this emptied out containers here, which I'll probably plant stuff in it next year, but I'm not going to use the coconut coir. I need to do I might do coconut coir mixed with topsoil. That actually might work. So thinking, my mind's going. I'm thinking about it. Think I might do that. But for now, I just have the one container that's got the arugula in it, and I'm leaving that be. And then these are my kids' toys, which these are the only ones I haven't gone through. But the other box, I had already gone through and washed everything with soap and water, and the box is completely covered in dirt again. So, it is what it is. Got a sweep. I got hair. People had haircuts and everything this week. So, but having the lid on here really helps keep the toys clean that I did wash. So that's a good thing. And then it's really just a matter of just picking things up and getting things taken care of. And I got most of it done this week, which actually is a very, very good feeling, you guys. A very, very good feeling. So let's get out from underneath here. Let's just take a peek in the greenhouse really quick and see how everything's looking today. I got another spider in here now. Little European cross spider right there. And there was a giant one in here before. So I've been moving them out of the greenhouse only because I don't like walking into their webs. But I'm just kind of checking everything with you guys. Let's see how everything's looking. We got strawberries growing in here. Now, I think this is the coconut coir that had the worm castings mixed with it, because the soil looks a lot darker. So everything's looking really, really good here. I don't know if this is going to take. That was a strawberry. Hopefully, it was a runner. So everything looks pretty good. I'm hoping these goji berries bounce back. Oh man, something pulled the goji berry out of the soil. That is disheartening. Oh man, okay, well, we'll see. Maybe it'll survive. Oh man, and I thought I had another one over here, and I am not seeing it. Oh, there's the other one. Oh my goodness. So, and there's this one right here. Oh man, that's disheartening. I did not have a good good run with the goji berries. The black goji berries look like they all pretty much died. And then this other one, I can't remember, Tamarillo, I think is what it's called. Some more strawberry from the China. Yeah. I'm not liking buying things off of Amazon so much anymore. I'm sticking to pretty much reputable, like, people I talk to, people who I know, and not so much ordering, you know, plants from people I don't really know. But anyways, this is what I ended up with, you guys. So I got this little section here, and then it wraps around like this. The honeysuckle's in full bloom again. Looks really good. And then all of my herbs, a nice little seating area, and I'm looking for the snake. He's normally back along the pots back here. Sometimes he very well could be out in the middle of the yard as well. And then I moved, my husband came out because the snake was over here yesterday, crawling out of the wall right here. Which means he is living under the house right here in this grate, as well as crawling up into the wall in between in where the insulation and stuff is. Somehow, I don't know. It's a really old house. I don't know, you guys. So anyway, so now everything is organized down here, and I've got the white Baker Creek snowbank blackberry right here. And then right here is the polar berry, which is it's also a white blackberry, but I believe is a like a wild variety that hasn't been like majorly cultivated in any way, whereas the snowbank was actually crossed with other blackberries. This one's like a standard blackberry that you just, you know, anomaly that happened in nature, and that's what the polar berry is. And then this one is one that was cross pollinated with other varieties, so that's the snowbank. And then yeah, so anyways, so moving along, all the herbs and everything are looking really good. And then over here I've got my olive herb, and I harvested a lot of the which were on the table over there in a bowl. This is all the what I have left of the olive herb. So that's how it's looking. And I still have a couple little blossoms that were at the top. So I planted what do you call it? Sweetie pie, and I believe this pumpkin here is Cinderella, and the Cinderella is getting pretty big. So as you can see, it's a pretty good size. And this down here, it looks like I got another, possibly, it does not look like a sweetie pie pumpkin to me, but that's what I planted. And this one is looking like that, you guys. It looks like my other squash that I planted, the carnival squash, which kind of looks like that. Yeah, none of them look like, and then this one doesn't. This one looks even more different. This one down in here. This one looks like an acorn squash of some sort, which could possibly be the sweetie pie. I have no clue if it's supposed to have the tip on the bottom. Never grown it, but that one is clearly different than these ones over here. But that's all I remember planting down here, so we will see. We will see. And then, so everything goes all the way down, looks really, really good. And then I've got my trees right here, and I got some more tomatoes right in this section. And then I've got all of my plants that go all the way down. It looks like Walter was out here, knocked over one of my pots. And so I need to come over here and pick that up. He likes to knock my pots over, so I have to come out and check every day. So, could have been a rabbit too. He might have chased a rabbit off. Who knows? So anyways, yeah, so my elderberries are getting close to being ready, but we've had some overcast days, so it kind of delayed the harvest. But yeah, everything's looking really good there. And then, so just looking down along here, I haven't had to water in almost 2 days because we've been getting a lot of rain the last 3 days. And as you can see, the sun's out right now, but we got dark skies over there and around and behind me. But we got a little patch where we got some sun. And all of these are looking good. I put the little watermelon here, but the roots got eaten off, so I just stuck it in the ground. I was like, if it roots, I'll be amazed. I don't know if watermelon will reroot itself, so I'm not expecting it, but there's one blossom on it. These are supposed to be the carnival squashes, you guys. These ones here. And that's why I was saying the leaves on these carnival squashes right here, resemble that one in that back corner. But I'm seeing, this is the first fruit I'm seeing forming on here. So possibly. I am excited for that. I really hope that these really start producing more and more fruit, because I loved the carnival squash last year, and I will be saving seed from this year as well. So hopefully it won't cross-pollinate with the pumpkin that I've got growing, because I really like the flavor of the carnival squash, and hopefully the carnival squash that I planted didn't get cross-pollinated with anything else either. So that's what I'm hoping for. So everything is looking good, and so that's kind of the circle I've got on this side. And then I've got a couple figs here, and then some of my other plants. I sat here in my broken lawn chair yesterday, and I'm still using the chair. It's still usable. I mean, it's broken a little bit, but it's fine. But I trimmed off all of the branches and harvested a lot of the tomatoes. Some of them fell off because, when I was harvesting, I'm trying to root some of the olive herb into here. But yeah, I trimmed off all the diseased leaves so that the rest of the tomatoes can finish ripening. And if it wants to produce any more flowers, it can. But it was, these cages are not good. At Walmart, they come in these little pots like this year. Some of them were like an octagon or a hexagon or something. And those ones look like they might have been a little bit more sturdy, so they wouldn't tip over when the wind blew. But these cages that they have on them are not sturdy enough for tomatoes to support themselves. It's just more novelty looking, and they look cool. The peppers are the only ones that, honestly, the peppers don't even need them, to be completely honest. But the peppers do the best inside of the cages. Just kind of keeps things out a little bit, I guess. I don't know. So everything's looking good over here. All of my herbs and stuff, and I got my flowers and things up here, so I can see my chocolate cosmos right here. And so I collected a bunch of the flower heads off of these, so hopefully I'll be able to get some. This one's getting ready to open. Hopefully I'll be able to get some seeds from it, and I'll be able to grow it again next year. So that's what I'm hoping. And then everything's looking good. And then coming around here, I'll probably be able to harvest some more of the pink lemonade. It looks like there's a couple ready, and I've been freezing them because I'm going to make some pink lemonade blueberry jelly, and I also have some white currants that I'm going to be using with it. So this is how the lawn looks on this side, and I got this whole section cleaned up. That's where the greenhouse was before. And then this is all ready for a bonfire, so hopefully we'll have good weather this evening, because we would love to have s'mores. And then I've got all my pots all lined up here, and then I've got stuff inside, and that's where I moved the dirt tote right there. These elderberries are ready to pick now, that were on the branch that I had harvested. They're pretty much ready, so I'm probably going to go ahead and do that. Looks like something was digging in my pot here, maybe, or maybe it was me. It was probably me, you guys. It was me. I planted this into this container yesterday. I was like, something was digging. It was me. And then I moved my gooseberries over here too. So, but now everything's away from the fence, so it won't get coated in or saturated in dirt layer, because the dirt layer over there is just unbelievable. and I can't have any of my plants over there next to the fence. So now I've got everything moved, and it looks really, really good. So, but now it still gets coated with dirt, but it's on this side of the yard, so it's not so bad. So that's the great part about having a big yard and having space, which is really, really good. So, and I got my peppers down here. They might do better on the other side, but yeah, so they look good, looking good. And I'm just gonna tip this up. Who knows what knocked this over? Could have been a bunny, could have been most likely my dog. I think he can pee into these ones, but he generally pees on the containers. He doesn't generally pee in them. But everything's looking really good. And then I've got my tomatoes that I had growing. I moved them up here, and then I just used some yarn to kind of tie them to the fence line so that they're not flopping over and they're supported a little bit better. So that actually worked out really good. And that's where I put the other container. So that works out good, so they're not getting dusted. So everything is looking good here, and this is how it all looks. And then my kids have their little track here. And of course, my kids, like, literally, like, right about the same time the dog was creating his dust path, my kids created a dust path. And I'm like, great. So I'm getting bombarded by dirt everywhere. The other day it was so bad that when I was repotting and putting all my starts in, like all the gooseberry starts, I don't know, sitting on the ground over there, and the dog was just going back and forth so bad that there was so much dirt I was actually choking on it. So, and then I was hacking like for like 2 days after. It was crazy. But anyways, I mean, I don't mean to rant about it. The dog is awesome. He's a really, really pretty dog. So, and I'm not mad. Let me just make that clear. I might be complaining a little bit because I'm a little bit of a curmudgeon, but I'm not mad. So let me just make that clear. Just, you know, being a little bit of a curmudgeon. But anyways, you guys, thanks for watching my videos. You can comment, like, and subscribe, and click the bell button. As always, have a wonderful day, and God bless. Bye.